All right, it's that time again. Time for this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team. Today, we are here at this stunning estate located in the heart of Osage Beach. I'm going to give you all a sneak peek, a private tour of this estate. We also have Cole Bradbury, City Attorney for the City of Osage Beach, joining us today to talk about all the amazing development that's been happening in this past year, and what a year it's been. All that and more on this month's edition, brought to you by MHQ, fastest closings in town. And as promised, I am here with the City Prosecutor Attorney, Cole Bradbury. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, first time on the show.
Yes.
You feeling nervous? You feeling the light? Feeling the heat?
Not really. No.
Okay, good.
It's March.
That's true. You're probably used to it in the courtroom.
Yes.
You're ready for a good round
Yeah.
of fighting. Well, good. Well, thank you for joining us today. And tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into this position? What did you do before? I'm intrigued to learn.
Well, I practiced law in the Lake area for about 12 years before I started here. I had actually been preparing to open up my own firm when my predecessor announced his retirement. I had been there for 17 years. I had several people reach out and encourage me to apply. Met with Mayor Harmison a few times, and he decided to appoint me, and here I am.
And here you are. Well, very cool. How are you liking it so far? You've been in the position?
A little over a year.
Okay, a little over a year, and all going well? You're enjoying it?
It's exciting. Municipal law can be really dry at times. We have, we have water and sewer utilities. We have airports. We have parks. So the variety kind of keeps you going, and we do all kinds of different interesting things. And there's really never a dull moment in City Hall.
Oh, that's good. Job security right there.
Yes.
Oh, good. Speaking of airports, I know there's been a lot of talk about the airport. Maybe elaborate a little bit more. Are we getting an airport?
So the city owns one, Grand Glaze, which is between KK and Nichols on the Parkway. We also have leased from the state the airport out in the state park called Leasee Fine. We've had that since 1999, I believe. We're in the process of acquiring it, which will allow us to do a little bit more with the development of it. So the city already operates that airport, but we're in the process of acquiring it this legislative session this spring, which will give us some more ability to put some more resources into it, since we'll be an owner instead of a renter.
Very cool. That's exciting. Well, so expansion, essentially, of the airport. Very cool. Now, or if you can say, do you know how much it would expand, or what you?
Too early to say. We really need to get it under our control first. We've also commissioned some updates to the airport master plan that'll help determine that. So that's really a airport department question. Okay. But those plans will be coming together this year.
Okay. Oh, so exciting. Well, very cool. And on that note, what else? I know there's a lot happening. Obviously, we're in the property in the heart of Osage Beach, but there's a lot happening in the city, within the city limits. I know some of the projects are kind of exciting for our viewers, I'm sure.
Yes.
Going to give us a little insight?
So when I started last February, I hit the ground running. We had the Lakeport Oasis TIF had just gotten started. That's a $360 million project.
Now, how does a TIF work?
Real short, a TIF basically takes the increased property taxes and sales taxes from a new development and diverts some of those to pay some of the costs of the development. In this case, it's public infrastructure. There's a 1,000-space parking garage. There's a lot of utilities. There's improvements to the Jeffries Road interchange, sidewalk all the way down Jeffries Road, a bunch of other public infrastructure improvements that are going into this. And that's what the TIF goes to support, because this project couldn't happen without all that infrastructure. So that's been going on. We approved that last summer, and we've had some ongoing work with that, along with some of our other active TIFs like Deerberg's and Hobby Lobby. But that project includes a 400-room Marriott hotel, an amusement park with, I want to say it's 18 rides, an indoor-outdoor water park, and that parking garage. So those are really the four major components
Wow.
It'll definitely alter the skyline of Osage Beach.
That's for certain. And it does generate, a lot of revenue, a lot of jobs, just everything for the city in general.
I think the developer's projections had it at about 600,000 visitors per year.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, I know when you look and you drive across, everybody says this, is it big enough to hold all of that?
It is. It looks kind of deceptively small from the bridge because you're looking up the slope, but I've been out there a few times and standing there. It's 30 plus acres. It's a lot bigger than you'd think, but that is because of the terrain. That's part of why the parking garage. We could not fit 1,000 surface parking spots there for sure.
Yeah.
So that's the reason for the garage.
Where will the parking lot or the parking garage fit on there? If I'm driving towards it, I'm looking at it. Where does it sit on there?
So there's 2 points as you're driving across the bridge going towards Camdenton. It is kind of in the back of the cove between the 2 points. Oh. So the amusement park will be the left side, the parking garage will be the back middle, and then the water park and hotel will be the right side.
The right side. Interesting. When do they propose? I know they're working pretty quickly on it. When do they propose that it'll be running?
The amusement park is still slated to be open next spring, 25.
Wow.
With the hotel and water park the following spring, 26.
Wow. That's amazing. And open to the public, you don't have to stay there.
Right.
Okay.
So you won't have to, there will be no admission. It'll be pay for the rides for the amusement park.
Okay.
Public boardwalk, docks, all 9 yards.
Very cool. Well, that's exciting.
It is.
Good. Keep you busy. Again, more job security right
yes.
there. So, and then I know the other big question, airports, obviously the Oasis, the mall. Do you know anything about the mall? Can you speculate? Everybody wants to know what is happening with that.
Don't have a ton to update right now. It is still under contract. I know they're still working behind the scenes on different parts of that. Obviously, that's another project that we would expect to be probably in the 9 figures.
Okay.
So there's just a lot of moving parts to that. And we hope to have an update sometime soon, but it's really up to the developer. But the city can't move on anything until the developer submits its applications and kind of tells us what direction they're going.
Okay, that makes sense. And so you don't know I know there's been a lot of rumors on what they're planning to do with it. More of a mixed use, maybe less mall, but you just
have
can't
not
say.
gotten anything concrete yet.
Okay, all right. Oh man, a few words, I tell you, he's a good attorney right there. I'm gonna have to give him some drinks next time, get the real story for y'all. So all this new development, I mean, what a time to be a city prosecutor attorney. It's gotta be, I mean, the biggest year in the city of Osage Beach's history.
It definitely one of them. I mean, the last big change we've had like this was probably the Pruitt's Point development in the 90s.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So, well, here's to you for having an amazing year and all that excitement. What would you say? What's been the most fun or the most exciting thing to work on? It's got to be fun.
Well, I mean, I think the most fun thing has been, obviously we're seeing just monumental change, projects of the size that we've never seen before. I think it's really been the recognition coming out of COVID that the lake needs to be bigger. We're finally getting the national recognition that we see, and we're starting to see the national brands like Marriott and these other big businesses come in and being willing to invest in our community. It's something that I think a lot of people have thought was overdue, and it's really nice to see all of that come to fruition and be part of something that's going to build the lake's legacy long term.
I would agree there, and cheers to you for being a part of that. I mean, how cool! You'll look back one day in your 80s and say, "I remember when I worked on that bill to get the Ferris wheel passed."
Yep.
And your grandkids will look at you like you're nuts.
They will.
So, well, anything else new and exciting coming up that you think anybody would want to?
Not really. I think, obviously business is booming. The apartments on Nichols Road are getting close to completion. Developer told us earlier this month that we're still looking at people moving in sometime late summer, maybe early fall.
That's amazing. How many units is it again? It's
268.
Okay, it's looking fantastic.
Yes.
They're doing an incredible job.
It will single-handedly add more than 10% to the city population.
Wow, that's awesome. So I know we've desperately needed it in this area. So
it'd be nice to have the housing for sure.
Yeah, I would agree. So, well, I know you're busy, so I won't take up too much more of your time. And thank you so much for joining. I know we always get to hear from Mayor Harbison, so it's nice to get another face out here. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, see you soon, and thanks again.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And a little bit about this gorgeous estate that we're sitting in today. Again, we are in the heart of Osage Beach. This property spans 8 acres with 750 feet of shoreline with plenty of docking space available and great access for all. The home is a massive 4,700 square feet. It has a guest house. It has an additional outbuilding. The main house features 5 bedrooms, a game room, has fantastic rustic features throughout with vaulted beam ceilings, a gorgeous 2-story fireplace, wet bar, oversized kitchen with additional eating and built-in cabinetry. The guest house features an additional spacious living area, 2 bedrooms, super adorable, light and bright. The entire residence sleeps 26 with room to add more. And what makes this property truly unique is that when you walk into the main entry and out onto the lake, it's all same level. And this property is a paradise for those seeking peace and privacy. Lovingly owned by a family for over 30 years, now it is looking for its next owner to call home. All right, and thank you all again for touring with me. If you would like a private tour, give me a call. I'd love to take you around and show you everything that this property has to offer. And as always, thanks to our sponsors, Nick and Tammy Sutter, MHQ, fastest closings in town. I'm Jessica Bruce. That's going to wrap it up for this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. Till next time.